Fellas, single fellas, we're cooked. We are cooked if what we want is a long-term relationship. Is it completely hopeless? No. But is it our fault? Yes. But that's really the good news. The good news is because it's our fault, that means we're the one that has the power. Now, a lot of dudes want to blame women. And women, don't get me wrong, women do a lot of crazy things, but most of the crazy things that they do can be traced back to us, men. Oh, there's so many women on OnlyFans and selling pictures of their titties. Who's buying them? Sophie Rain said she made $4 million in a very short period of time. I want to say it was like a month or something like that, something crazy like that. I'm going to promise you that 95% of those, and I'm being generous by saying 95% of those were not women. Okay, there's realistically, she has that many followers, fans on OnlyFans. There's some of them were men, some of them were women, but the majority of them were men. Let's just face it. Women, they spend so much time at the club twerking and everything. Okay, who's glorifying that, right? Women are delusional. They think that they're 10s and when they're really 5s and 6s. Okay, all right. Well, I can tell you, niggas they feel that way because all the niggas in their inbox, all the dudes telling them they're 10s because they're just trying to hit. Again, fellas, we're the problem. And I'm going to give you this perspective from somebody who has been single his entire life. I've just been a hoe. And I wasn't raised to be that way. My parents were marriage counselors and ministers as well. So I definitely was not raised and trained to be the type of man that I have become. But it happened. But I have learned a lot from my journey. From not only what I've learned from my own personal journey, but also bouncing that off of what I have been taught by my parents. And so I have a different perspective on things, and I'm going to share some of those perspectives with y'all today. Fellas, okay, you got to realize that, again, we're part of the problem. I was having a conversation. I drive for Lyft sometimes on my days off, and I was talking to this dude just last night, and we both had the same conclusion about one topic, and that is wanting sex. Because, okay, there's a lot of men out there that are not able to have sex. There are a lot of men out there who are incels, but I'm not one of those men. I've been a hoe. I've been a trick too. But and I've been a time trick. Time tricking is when you have to spend time for a girl over, okay, let me brief explanation of what time tricking is. There's 4 women that I mess with occasionally, and they all make more money than me. And I feel like I'm pretty confident in the fact that if I made more money than them, each one of them would want a relationship with me. But y'all know the hypergamy among women. I'm a placeholder, and I'm like a temporary placeholder, because all 4 of these women like almost everything about me. I think 2 of the 4 would like me to be better looking, but now that I'm in better shape, other 2 are definitely on board fully physically. It's just the fact that they are more successful than me. There's 2 of them are nurses. One of them is a paralegal who also sells stuff on Amazon, and one of them is a dentist. So safely, all 4 of those women are making more money than me. Time tricking is when I pretty much just, because they're all professional, they're all basically women, I spend like a day with them, and during the course of that day, listening to their problems, watching movies with them, talking with them, blah blah blah, I hit. But I can't go over there and just hit and leave. Like I'm required to put 6 to 12 hours in per visit. That's time tricking. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. 6 to 12 hours is a very inexpensive cost when it comes to, you know, being able to get some pussy on a regular basis. Anyway, I forgot my original thought. Oh yeah, me and the dude with the lift, we had the same kind of epiphany talking to each other about our expectation among women. And this is not for the incels. These are not for the people who can't get pussy on their own. This is for the hoes that can. So the top third of us, or a third of us. There's probably more than a third of us, because most of my life physically I've been a 4 out of 10 looks wise, just realistically, because I've been fat, out of shape, not very well kept, ungroomed, blah blah blah. Most of my adult life I've been a 4 out of 10. So, you know, but I had other skills that closed the gap. But I'd say 40% of us. When you're a hoe, fellas, and listen carefully, you develop a mindset that is very poisonous to being a good husband. Because there are certain qualities that you need to have when being a good husband. And again, I know this. My parents were marriage counselors, and my parents had a marriage that lasted over 40 years until my mom died last year. And I've heard them talk with other couples and counsel them, blah, blah, blah. There's certain things that you need to have as a husband to be a good husband. And one of those things is patience with women and the changes that they have, because women, some wise person, so this is some wise quote that I heard that hit so hard with me. It's like, it said, one reason that relationships don't work is because women expect men to change and they don't, and men expect women not to change and they do. That is so true. And there's a amount of patience that we need to have as men. But for the past almost 16 years, no. I became sexually active in 2009. So for the past 16 years, the only time I've had to deal with women is when I was having sex. I didn't have to deal with women for long periods of time outside of them tooting them cheeks up and going on. That has developed something that is broken inside of me. Let me kind of explain what I'm talking about. Last year I went to Dominican Republic to resort in Punta Cana, the Rio Republica, hot spot, very inexpensive, all-inclusive resort, and it's fun and it's popping and there's no kids, 18 and up. There was this girl that I started talking to that was at the sports bar late one night, and we kind of got into a long conversation. And she probably about an hour into it, I wanted to clap some cheeks. But she wasn't, you know, I didn't go for it directly, but, you know, she knew, and I knew that I got my point across. And, you know, she decided that she wanted to go on. We separated, and I was actually in my mind, I was like, this girl wasting my time, you know, wasn't trying to come off with no pussy. But the truth is, I'm the crazy one. I just met this chick, and the way my brain is wired, like, I talked to her for an hour and I was expecting her to come off as a pussy, just like that, when we just kind of mutually got into a conversation, a nice friendly conversation. And I was expecting off of that one time. Now, don't get me wrong, I have had situations where it'd be a 15-minute talk and the girls are trying to come off with some cheeks. But this girl was actually, you know, a good girl. You know, she seemed that way. You know how women run games sometimes. But there are good girls. But we had talked seriously for, you know, an hour and a half. And I'm getting mad that she didn't want to come off of cheeks right away. That's crazy. That is insane. That's not normal. That's just my unique experience. And I had to check myself hard because I was like, whoa, bruh, that's not normal. Even expecting that is not normal. And it's poisonous just because I deal now, of course, on my own time. Like if I'm in a situation like that and I'm in a bar, I'm going to watch women. I'm going to watch the women who look horny, who are showing signs like they're checking out every dude there. They're agitated. They're having their friends look at guys for them. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get the attention of almost every dude that walks by. So on and so forth. I'm going to scope out horny women, start a conversation with those women, and let them know that I'm a suitable option. Because, like, okay, you know, a horny woman, like a woman that already wants to have sex is not hard to have sex with. And I always tell dudes, don't go after the woman that you want. Go after the woman that wants some dick. That's just the best way to have some sex, if that's what you're after. Now, I'm not encouraging this. Promiscuous behavior is bad for society, and it's bad for me, and it's bad for my mind. This is what I'm talking about here. This is why this is part of the problem. But like I said, that's the way I would do. This is not what happened. We mutually will set beside each other at the bar and started a conversation. So I'm in normal nigga territory. So I should expect normal nigga results. I didn't scope this girl out. I didn't see any signs of horniness. I didn't see any signs of horniness as I was talking to her. And I knew that. But I have gotten to the point now where I don't even want to deal with women outside of them giving me some booty. And that is bad on my part. Men who have been hoes, we get to the point where good girls don't interest us. We judge women on how fast they come off of the cheeks. That's what interests us. And then in the back of our mind, we know that those girls ain't any good. So we either A, and this is the smarter option, keep them at an arm's distance and probably, just use them for some cheeks, occasional cheeks. And then B, here's the stupid nigga option. These dudes, they'll try to get a girl that gives them the amount of cheeks that they want and then turn them to their wife. Because, like, okay, she's giving me the amount of sex that I want. Let me make this the good girl that I end up with. Which, in theory, sounds good, but it don't work. Because women who come off of pussy easy are just, quite frankly, normally not good women. I say normally because there are some exceptions. But, if she's coming off a pussy fast, most of the time she'll come off a pussy fast for somebody else. You are not her first time, nor her second. You're not in you're somewhere in the double digits, sometimes triple these days. So again, that's a problem with us. Fellas who are not getting pussy, let me talk briefly to y'all. You're the niggas that boost women up. Like, okay, we're the niggas we get pussy. We're the niggas that ruin women. I try to, like me, I try to only, get women whose body counts are in the double digits because it makes it easier for me. And plus, I hate the thought of ruining women. I will not have sex with a virgin. But we're ruining the women. We're the ones that cause them to, want some better dick because, if we have sex a lot, the more you have sex, the better you're going to get at it. So you give good dick and you're going to make these women want good dick. Fellas, you who ain't getting no pussy, let me speak briefly to y'all. You are the dudes that are hyping women up. You're the ones that are causing the simp craving. Because you don't understand the basis of how to get pussy. So in desperation, you're giving a woman everything she wants, but she just doesn't want it from you. But the fact that she doesn't want it from you, she expects it from the men that she wants. Now, there's so many things about that. Also, touch on this. Nigga, y'all also the niggas that are buying OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans account. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was gonna make an account years ago because somebody that I follow on Instagram was promoting a free OnlyFans, and I didn't know that was a trap at the time, but I was gonna sign up. But to sign up, you had to put in your credit card information. I was smart enough to understand that was a trap. I was smart enough to understand that was a trap, and I refused to have my thing in a system where I can just push a button and be charged something. So that's the only thing that saved me. Plus, porn's free. Xvideos.com, baby. Anyway, so there's so many women who are able to support themselves that don't even have a lot of fans and a lot of followers on OnlyFans and things of that nature. They're able to support themselves just by selling pics on like Snapchat. I have somebody very close to me that's doing that right now. She was able to make hundreds of dollars just doing a couple of hours every day. Like when she first started, she made $500 in 3 hours. That's pretty freaking good. So, and it's women aren't the ones paying for this. And so, you want to blame women for being an bad example to women. But the truth is, that money that they're making is coming out of men's pockets. And it's desperation. It's our fault. And even though I've never paid a dime for anything like that. Okay. I've paid $10 one time. There was a girl I followed on Snapchat. And there was something she put out. It was free. She was just doing some regular stuff that was public. And I was like, well, dang. I said, if she does all that for the free, what's gonna happen if I pay her $10 and see what her paid content is? Because she had a premium Snapchat. It was only $10 to join. So I have paid $10 virtually. That's it. I haven't spent a dime on OnlyFans. Don't even have an OnlyFans account. But listen. Also, you guys begging for pussy, telling girls that they're 10s when they're not, telling them everything they want to hear. Yes, it is our fault. And I can really. This is almost a 20-minute video, bro. And I really haven't even gotten to the meat of things. But look, ain't nobody gonna, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Because I can go deeper on any of these topics. Because one thing I know about is how to have some sex. And I know the problem is, even though that's not really a good thing, because promiscuity is bad for society, I can point people in the correct direction when they want to at least attract women, because I can at least teach you how to do that. But anyway, Uncle Step Bro out. Until next time.